Waiting to go live. Waiting to go live. Waiting to go live.
Littering.
We're live, but man, I'm quiet.
Littering in.
We're live, but man, I'm
Littering
quiet.
in.
Man,
Littering
why is my
in.
output so terrible?
Littering in. Terrible output.
Hang on, maybe it's just that Chrome's volume is down.
Terrible
Verify
output.
that before I go nuts. No, Chrome's Mac. Yeah, Twitch is super quiet.
Okay. Like all of us or just you?
All of us.
Oh no.
Let me
Sad
boost.
panda.
Let me boost
Like
that
all
up.
of us or just you?
All of us.
Oh no. Sad
Boost.
panda.
Let me boost
Like
that
all
up.
of us
Is
or
that
just
better?
you? Oh no.
Is it?
Sad panda.
I'm
Bueller.
I'm checking Twitch here.
Yeah.
Twitchity.
Is it?
Bueller.
I'm checking Twitch. All right, that's acceptable.
Yeah.
Twitchity. I've got
This can be some fun little
Twitches.
audio loop until that clears out. Anyway, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome back, Skexy Suckers, to another episode of Emrae, a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition campaign in a world of my own design. As always, in Emrae at least, I am your Dungeon Master, Jim, aka Skeksis, and with us as usual are our human fighter bard, aka Leganor, that's Jeff, Jin Dorum Jin Draprax, or Zack, our Dragonborn sorcerer, Wallace the Wall Stoneguard, aka Mike, the human tanky boy, and Rail, or Steve, our elf druid. Yeah, tanks, boys, that's what you are. You are the boy tank.
What more could you want? You got tanks, you got boys.
In our last episode, which was quite a while ago, so for those of you who haven't been here in a while, welcome back. Um, Mostly us, we're the ones who haven't been here for a while. In our
Why,
last
thank you.
In our last episode, the party had finally dispatched the remaining drow threat that was plaguing the area surrounding the Mbakwa village, and had just exited the labyrinth of spider caves, finally back out into the overworld, as it were. And if memory serves, they had transformed the couple of the party members into giant eagles with the hopes of quickly traveling back to the Mbakwa village to do whatever they were going to do. I'll let them tell you. And with that, we will kick it back over to the party.
It's true. Half of us, a solid 50% of us are eagles now.
At the moment, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We were able to help out by dispatching this drow, right?
Ah! And I'll like I'll do the MMO thing where I wiggle back and forth a bit, which everyone knows is the international sign for follow me, and I'll start flying back toward the village.
Upon seeing my eagle brother fly away, I will say the same thing. And
So the two eagles
hope-
fly away
Do
south,
one of you,
leaving
one of you guys
leaving
keep us
Wallace
up?
and Jin on the ground behind them.
kind of jumping up and down?
Guys,
Hey, hey!
I'll do a barrel roll and swoop down and pick someone
Yeah.
up.
I
barrel
do a
roll.
little eagle fake out and like take off, fly around, come right back down, and then
Right,
eagle wink.
right. You do a kickflip.
All right, so who's carrying whom?
Thing is, when get your claws? I'll hop onto that one.
Do chickens have large talons?
Large column.
All right, so we can see the nameplates
Yeah,
now.
I'll pick up Jin.
Cool. So you both are picked up by your giant eagle companions, and you make your way south.
Wait, hold on. Am I riding on the back of him, or did he like grab me by the shoulders and like I'm got claws?
That's up to y'all.
I was thinking I climbed onto the back of Fingers, but
Does anybody remember the movie Rescuers Down Under?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Do you remember in the very beginning when the boy rescues the golden eagle at the top and
Right.
and it picks him up and carries him like over the water and he's like water skiing and
Yep.
That's what I'm imagining.
We just have to watch out for
We enact
McLeach.
that exact scene.
Awesome.
McLeach was the poacher.
Oh, this map is not to scale. So as the eagle flies, you guys take basically that path. I didn't realize that this map was not correctly to scale, but it's a pretty quick flight. As we've established in previous games, giant eagles can fly like 13 miles an hour, so it doesn't take you nearly an hour to get back to the top of the Mbakwa village, assuming that's where you're headed.
Yeah, and
tree.
I'll fly up to like where the chief's play spot is.
Oops, I didn't mean to move you guys there. Sorry.
Like what?
I didn't move you here. That's just my
Got him
token.
in the
I'll,
ether.
That's just my token
If I-
management page.
So I can break concentration at will, even if I cast it upon myself as an eagle, right?
Mhm.
That's just something I can do.
Yeah, you can break concentration at will.
Okay. I just imagined an eagle that's stuck until the spell wears off, because I don't have any
Not smart enough to
vocal
remember
cords.
that it's
Just
concentrating
like
on itself.
hopping along on the treetop village. But
Right.
no. Another universe.
Just slowly circling overhead. Just
Yeah.
like, what is it looking at?
How do you land
Eyeing,
this thing?
eyeing all the square, eyeing all the critters.
Yeah, we come back and I go in and I look for the
man.
I look for the chief and or my mom, and in the process turn back into not an eagle.
Whatever he happens to be.
Okay, cool. You circle around your mom's hut and spy her inside the window.
Okay. Then we'll go report to the chief first, and then I'll go talk to mom.
All right, so we're no longer eagles.
I'm not,
I'm just having fun. Yeah, I'm not an eagle anymore.
and I'll kind of knock on the side of the wall. Don't want to be rude, you know.
Rail, it's good to see you and your friends have returned.
Yeah, and I'll say, "Hi, chief. We're back. We took care of it. No problemo for us cool adventurers."
I mean, you have to admit we are a bit
Yes,
gangly from
I would
murdering a whole lot of.
I would suggest that you don't look as though it was no problem at all. You look a little bit worse for wear, but you're alive and well, and I'm sure that won't be the case for long. You looking worse for wear, not being alive and well.
Yeah, I feel like I just need to sleep for about 8 hours, and then I'll be fine.
Well, that's great news. I'm happy to hear. Were you able to determine any information as to where the drow came from? Or why they
I
were
don't
here?
know. It's literally been a month.
No. We were unsuccessful in that endeavor.
That is unfortunate.
Didn't give us much of a chance to do anything other than fight. But we have the scrap, don't we, from the other one?
Yes, which I will then hand to him.
Ah.
And we know what that is from some check. I remember these things, but the names escape me because it's been a while.
I mean, we took it off one of the drow, so.
Yeah.
All you know is that it was the symbol that one of the drow was wearing, and the other one had the same symbol, but in the inverse color scheme.
Yeah, but I thought we did a history or some sort of check to determine where the symbol was from. I have a vague memory of that.
I don't have a memory of that.
I do not
Okay.
have a memory of that either.
Well, either way, we had if one of us has the scraps, and we'll say, we
Oh,
don't
and
know.
I have a small flat stone with an ornate spider engraving
Right.
that I also will hand to
Ah,
Chief Furrier.
this is very interesting. This appears
Yeah,
to
we don't
be
know
intricately
where they're
carved.
from, but we figured maybe these symbols would help figure that out.
If I'm not mistaken, this carving of a spider symbol is the image of the drow deity Lolth.
Sounds freaky.
A arachnid queen of, I guess, darkness. And I'm not very big on, drow lore. It's just something that I know through history. I wonder if that's why they made their way into the spider cavern upon arriving into our area. I just wish I knew from whence they came. There's not been drow in this area for as long as I know.
Does the patch on the
Generation.
symbol ring any bells?
Say that again.
Does the patch on the symbol ring any bells for you?
Not for me. Like I
Well-
said, the Drow, as far as I'm aware, have kept themselves to the far eastern continent of Stain. We've not had Drow influence on Korm for as long as I'm aware.
Well,
So it's
do you
little
want me
that
to
I would
take
know.
that? Do you want me to take that back and ask my mom about it? She's from back over that way.
She would certainly have a greater chance of knowledge about them than I would.
Great. I'll see if she has any exposition for us.
Very well. You've picked up some strange verbal mannerisms by being with your friends.
Yeah,
Yes.
we had that effect on people.
I'm just trying to be a cool adventurer, like my pals.
He's playing the part of the old man quite nicely, I have to say.
Yes, old man, I see the joke.
Do
We
you?
also
It's
took
it's
Do
it's
you,
really
though?
funny. It makes me cackle every time.
a shield and a sword, correct?
Not that I wrote down.
I have a drow shield, a drow short sword, and a drow pendant.
The shield
I've
and sword might be from the other Drow.
And the other one, the other drow?
But I don't think he had a shield and sword. He was more of a mage user.
No, I had sheets of paper, quill, and ink vial, and that stone.
So it must have been from the first guy then. Okay.
And a change of drow outfit with inverted colors.
Yeah.
But we've already covered that, so. Also, there were Naga thingies. Yeah, I don't know if we should talk about the snake people things that the drought person had at it.
There were a lot of creepy crawlies.
Yeah, they were more than just spiders.
Well, that's true of those spider caverns. Obviously, the spiders call it their domain, but the waters that run beneath are home to a number of different fauna in the area, and we typically would leave them be. It's a shame that you disturbed them, if that's true.
It was more. I mean, we were kind of wandering through looking for the drow, and they attacked us.
Sounds like
really
an
just more self-defense, really.
Sounds like an unfortunate encounter of coincidence.
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. Where's your mom?
Oh, she's back home.
Boring conversation anyway. Chewie!
Oh, I get you. Well, yes, take this to your mother and see what she can tell you. I'm anxious to see you on your way to get these fine friends back to their home.
Happy to get rid of us, Alright, we're walking.
No, I did not mean that at all. I merely
walking away.
suggested... very well, I'll get back to keeping the stone alive. Rail, where are you going? Or Wallace is the only one moving?
I mean, it's implied that I'm following. As established, my
it's implied, duh.
my computer is
Sorry, I was
my
just
computer
assuming.
dislikes this style of Roll20.
Alright, Wallace skips her hut and heads to the inn, and then
Oh,
comes
whoops,
back
wait, no. Oh, this is her hut. Okay,
and
my bad.
heads inside. Ah, Wallace. Hello, Rail. You're all back. That's wonderful. Was that
Hi,
you
Mom.
I spied out my window as an eagle?
Yeah, had to get back somehow.
You always enjoy that form.
It's a good one. We fought another drow, and
Despicable.
and we have a symbol from their outfit. We thought maybe you might recognize it because the chief didn't.
Ah, certainly. Let's see.
And there's also this rock with a spider on it.
Very good, very good.
I showed the pendant as well that we saw off the other drow as well.
Yeah, and I'll lay them out on the table.
Cool. Very interesting indeed. This pendant seems to be mostly ornamental, as far as I can tell, but it's quite exquisitely crafted out of nice jet black onyx stone. This symbol of the spider seems to be a religious relic. As you know, or may know, they worship the spider queen god Lolth, and I believe this is her depiction.
Mm.
And the symbol is clearly military. These drow are obviously from the armies of Stain and serve under the great, well, great is the wrong word, the powerful King Feynat.
Hmm.
Why they're out here, I could not begin to tell you. I suspect there might have been something that was interfered with. The travel of your friends through space and time and may have picked up some stragglers, perhaps. It's very difficult and mysterious powers of which we know little. But the timing seems too coincidental that they could... The issues they brought seems far too coincidental with the arrival of your companions.
Hmm. Yeah, that is weird. Well,
We're confident we got rid of all the drow, yeah?
I think so.
The scouts reported sights of 2, as far as I'm aware. If there are more, they're unknown to us at this time. But curious, if drow were transported from Stain to here at the same time that your friends were transported from Mayran to here, that must mean there's some link between the 2 locations. That, or they were in the same place as you friends were.
Well, we were in the process of when we were trying to transport back home. Had to fight a drow to basically make it so that we can make it to the right place. If I recall correctly. So my guess is he was trying to get back to his home, and in the process of trying to get back to his home and us messing with his teleport, he accidentally pulled some people from his home to where we ended up.
That's a possibility, though that would mean that there would have had to have been some physical link to their location. It's a mystery to be solved at another time, perhaps.
Well, either way,
I will ponder on this further.
Yeah.
well, as you can see, we're kind of achy. So with that, I'm gonna wander off to a bed. I have absolutely no idea what time of day it is, but it doesn't matter.
Very well. The sun will be setting soon. It makes sense for you to rest and clean your wounds from your battle with this drow foe. You've got a big journey ahead of you.
Yep. Don't forget to eat some good berries before they go away at the end of the day.
Mm.
Oh, yo, let me get a couple of those.
You all have like 20.
You got like a couple extra? Maybe?
I was gonna say, I think he ate all of them.
I give him 5 of the ones that I have for myself.
Phenomenal.
Ah, thanks, man.
We all actually have 20 right now?
I think you all have like 10. I did the math like a while ago, but basically like at the end of the day, I literally just turn all of my spell slots into good berries because they're good for 48 hours.
Oh.
I have none left.
he's consumed like 20,000 calories.
He's gonna be fucking yoked.
See,
Or he's gonna be on the toilet for a long time.
Yeah, either or.
he
He'll
can't.
probably stop you up.
Full of antioxidants.
I'm gonna have to come up with some interesting in-game repercussions of this addiction.
What are you gonna do when Rail's not around? Just like start harassing every druid you see.
All right. So everyone's bedding down for the evening. Is that what I'm gathering?
That's where I headed.
After I do my nightly ritual of turning all my spell slots into good berry.
Nice. Okay, cool. So I assume you guys are back in your little inn beds. Rail, you probably have a bedroom in your mom's place.
Mm-hmm.
I love flying through walls.
Yeah, I
So
was too zoomed in. I couldn't do it in one hop.
so I will go to sleep. Now, would it be possible for me to get a full rest and attune to something?
Tuning takes an hour, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can attune in a short rest.
Yeah.
Forgot we got stuff.
I don't remember. Oh, you all got stuff. I don't think I got anything. I don't
Yeah,
recall
so
getting
you
anything.
can definitely attune, and get because you're able to do both for sure.
I'd like to try to attune the Drow shield.
I need a refresher on what I got. I know I got something.
I don't even remember what I gave you guys at this point.
Nobody wrote this stuff down. I didn't write any magic items for me.
Yeah,
so I don't know
I just wrote that we took from the first Drow, a shield, a sword, and a pendant.
Pendant.
Right. And we
Yeah,
know
but
the pendant is-
you're attuning to something? Do you know that it's magical?
I do not.
Yeah, that would probably be your first step.
That's not part of it? Do you have to you have to figure out if it's magical first?
Oh,
Or
I do
does
not
attuning
have.
try to figure it out?
Let me see about the rules for that.
I think you can attempt to attune to something even if it's not magical, and like if like afterwards you just decide like you can know whether or not it's magical because you know whether or not you attune to it.
So you said shield, sword, and pendant, right, Zach?
Yes, that's correct.
Do you recall which one you took?
I believe I have all three in my inventory. So if you want, like what I could do is I would say, you know what? Here, legs. Maybe you can you can do something better with this. And I toss you the short sword, the Drow short sword.
Yeah. I will give the shield to Wallace.
Solid. Actually, that's a great idea. That is a wonderful idea. So I will give.
I mean, I've already
Teddy,
got a really nice shield, so
You never know.
You never know. Might be.
I'm not gonna carry around a spare shield.
You like.
Well,
You have to keep it once you attune
one
it?
of them is one of them's your regular shield. The other one's for your fire resist set for when you have to tank molten cores. And then who could forget the nature resist shield that you need, for
Sunken
AQ?
Temple.
Yeah.
I'll just throw that in my stash and go fetch it
Right.
out later.
Well, you can email it to your, or you can send it to
Mail
your
it,
bank.
yeah.
Mail it to your bank vault, and then you return it, and then that mail just stays in stasis forever.
There you go.
Then I'll try to attune the pendant. Then if I'm gonna hand Leganor the sword, Wallace the shield, and I will try to attune the pendant.
Okay. So the three of you spend an hour concentrating on these things in your lap, and you determine that they are all very nice, ornately well-crafted items. The pendant, the pendant is a jet black onyx gemmed pendant that is most likely aesthetically pleasing and has some value. The short sword has no attunement properties, but again, looks very well crafted and finely made, as does the shield. Very well crafted, finely made. Attuning to it you don't attune to anything. You don't learn any special magical properties of it.
I try to hang the shield up above where I'm sleeping and then just go to bed.
Well, that was a waste of an hour. I can throw it over the edge of the bed and go to sleep.
Sorry. Okay, I'm not gonna, that's fine.
The sword? You threw the sword?
So I had the pendant. I just throw it next to the bed, like on the floor.
It goes out the window. Pebbles down to the bottom.
Oh shit!
Some weeds just start growing in the morning.
So
just to clarify, it's on the floor next to the bed.
The only thing I'm gonna say is when I'm reading attunement, it says some magic items require a creature to form a bond with them before their magical properties can be used. This bond is called attunement.
Right.
Okay.
That's all. Do with that information as you will. What's everybody's plan?
Go to sleep.
Everybody's leaving. Okay. All right. You guys sleep. The night goes by uneventfully, and you awaken with these finely crafted, well-made pile of junk, apparently.
I'll go meet them for breakfast at the inn and be like, so tell me about all the cool loot you guys got. Tell me about how powerful that cool sword and shield are. Anyone?
Well, I mean,
I got a pretty
No?
circle.
that assumes
The
that's where everybody
pendant? There's
went.
no way the pendant's not magic.
It's a pretty circle. You like it?
It is a pretty circle. What does it do?
Looks pretty. Maybe I'll hawk it for some good berries later.
Oh, like magically pretty?
Nope, just plain pretty.
Huh. Well, that's boring, kind of.
Well, they are very well crafted, to be fair. I mean, the shield's pretty. I'll grant you. I'll probably give it to your mom as a
Hang on.
souvenir.
Maybe
unless
I'm missing something.
Hmm?
That's the other direction. Here we go. This is what I want to read. Sorry, continue to roleplay.
So, what's the plan, fellas?
well, back to original course of
Is
action.
it-
Before we're gonna deal with this, before we decide to deal with that drow, which is to try to get us home. Looking after that. Hold on.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the other big magic tree, right?
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, on the other side of the Great Forest.
Yeah. Okay. So, are we gonna head out now, or did you guys want to do anything before we do that?
I mean, you're taking us there, but I suggest if you've got any particular arrangements you want to make in the event that there's some unfortunate thing that occurs that you can't get back home, I would suggest making those arrangements now.
Yeah. I think I'll be back home. We'll see, though.
But no, I'm just, I don't know, go around, say goodbyes, say thank yous, and fly on out of here.
Okay.
Is it possible to load up on crossbow bolts before we depart?
Probably.
Yeah,
they probably have those.
There's definitely crossbow bolts in the armory.
Yeah, there's the. You can go down to the armory if you need any magic stuff. There's a reagent guy over there. Yeah, components and stuff.
Do we have any money? Like, I know I have listed I have 3 GP, but I mean that.
I don't think they'd take currency.
Yeah,
here.
Rail would understand that it's not that kind of society. It's all for the good of the many, and because you've helped the village out, you should have access to what you need for normal supplies.
Yeah, wonderful.
Yes, we freed ourselves from the bond of capitalism generations ago.
I mean, it's like,
Do they have any-
is there money in the the Aboriginal tribes in the middle of the Amazon? It doesn't really work that way.
Fair enough. Do they have any? Does anybody have any potions of sorts? Is there a shop somewhere I can go explore?
Oh, man.
What?
Somebody say old man?
I definitely heard that.
Is somebody,
Jeff's
somebody
microphone.
watching one of our prior videos?
Jeff,
Jeff, are you watching a previous session of Emrae to determine what items you were given?
I swear there was more than that.
I'm like,
Because
I'm hearing me.
I remember
but it's not
getting
me.
some. I remember getting excited about like, ooh, I could possibly use an attune to this, but I wouldn't use a short sword or a shield.
And I remember saying
I'm
something
on it
about
right now.
possibly magical, but dependent. Yeah, I have a note that dependent was possible, or that the items were possibly magical. With
Did you
2
hear it,
exclamation
or
points.
do you see me on the YouTube channel?
What? No, he says he has a note for it.
Yeah, I just wrote a note.
Is a bedroll.
I mean, we could figure it out another time,
I'll go through the tablet pack.
I guess.
Searching through
Or we can watch. We could
We
all
can just
watch.
listen to Jeff
We could
watch
all watch
the
we
previous
could all
session
watch
and
Jeff watch.
derail the whole evening.
Jeff, can you describe what's happening? I wanted this to be
Let's-
completely
let's-
vicarious.
Can we shoutcast the previous session?
This is one of those.
Hold on,
This is
I'll
just
loop
like
it.
halfway through the season anime recap episodes. is
Let's
what
put
this
it
is turning
this.
into.
Let's put it this way. Let's proceed, and if after the fact you determine that I've missed something, which I don't think I have, even though I think you guys have, then I will retcon it to match.
I might be confusing it with the druid.
That's a possibility
been
as
so
well,
long.
because we have multiple campaigns going on at the same time.
Yes.
I'll check it later.
But
I'm right in the area
just-
right after we
just
killed
to-
the boss.
Just to remind everybody,
Okay.
attunement requires identification. Attunement does not provide identification.
Really?
Really.
Oh, so
That's
Confident.
a dumb rule. Okay.
You can't learn how to use the magical properties of a thing if you don't know what magical properties it possesses.
I mean,
That was the whole point of
I
attunement,
don't
was to
have, I don't have
figure
the
that out.
emotional bandwidth to argue my case on that right now. So, sure. I'm sure we can ask my mom to use the identify spell.
Let's go do that.
yeah, so for sure, I would definitely want to check the magical abilities. I just thought that was what attunement did was see if there was magical
Identify,
abilities
yeah.
and figure out what they
do
were.
any of you have identify?
Oh, I don't believe so.
Okay.
Negative.
All right. Let's take
So-
it over.
Some
Take-
magic. I'm just reading. Some magic items have charges that may be expended to activate the properties. The number of charges an item has remaining is revealed when an identify spell is cast on it, as well as when a creature attunes to it. Additionally, when an item regains
Yeah,
the charges, the creature
When
is
you
attuned to it.
attune, you can learn how many charges it has, but if you don't know that it even possesses the capability to do charges, you can't attune to it. You have to know its magical properties in order to attune to their use. Identifying an item is what even tells you that the item requires attunement to use, because not all items even require attunement. Like, a magical short sword +1 is just a magical short sword +1. It just acts that way no matter what. There's no attunement required. It's just a magical item. So just because
Okay.
something's magical doesn't mean it has attunement requirements.
Okay.
I begin walking in the direction of my mom's hut and assume that the party members are coming with, because I assume my mom, a cool badass wizard, can use the identify spell.
Yes.
I mean, I'm gonna finish my breakfast, but otherwise.
This has always been an option.
And I'll go and I'll say, "Hey mom, the rest of the party found some items and they don't know if they're magic or not. Can you tell them?"
I certainly could. I certainly could. Sorry, I forgot who I was for a second.
Great.
Yes,
I think
the ancient aunt of Deckard Cain.
I remember little Deckard running around smacking rats with a staff. Anyway.
He's
So yeah,
always
so
sounded like that.
she takes the sword and the shield. The pendant she already looked at, and she takes a glance at it again as you present it to her, and says, "Oh, that I've already told you is not magical, but it's quite nice. You could fetch a pretty penny if you wished. However, these look quite spectacular. I can feel that they might be more than they seem." She performs the ability of casting Identify, and informs you that this short sword is most assuredly magical in nature. I suspect it should give you about how do I say this without using numbers? It would be easier to strike your foe and likely provide more vicious attacks upon hit. And the shield seems like it would provide a greater amount of protection due to the material's magical infusion. And mechanically, you learn that the short sword is a +2 short sword, and the shield is a +1 shield.
Oh. right.
I got a rock.
I mean, I've got the Aegis of Aelion as a shield already, so if someone else needs a shield, I'm good.
Maybe. Can I hold a shield?
Anybody can hold a shield. There's nothing. I don't think there's anything that stops anybody from wielding one.
Yeah. I just want to see if I have any, like, unarmored. I don't.
I mean, I think you need your hands free to, at least one hand free to cast spells, basically. But
Yes, spells,
like,
but I
just
can
put the shield away.
to cast, right?
Yeah.
Does it take an action to take a shield out?
No. Well, I think drawing weapons a free action. I think drawing a shield is
The
also
short
free
swords finesse weapons.
action.
Yeah,
That's-
drawing is a free action, and then putting away takes an action, but you can just drop it.
Yeah.
Short sword is not finesse. It's just oh, it is finesse. Sorry, it's finesse.
It is
and
finesse.
Finesse and light.
Yeah.
The druid then and say, "It's up to you. I have no use for either of these."
Okay, then
I mean,
if you won't use the sword, I could put that to good use.
I'm happy to take the sword too. As much as the flail is nice, the +2 sword would be also nice. But I'm good armor wise. If you would like a +2 sword there, if you want this +2, if you want this sword, then I'll be my guess.
Jim, are you doing something to my character sheet?
I just added a +1 short sword, a +2 short sword, and a +1 shield to it.
I don't need the short sword. I just need the shield. I wouldn't have any use for this.
Oh, who has the short sword? Sorry.
I guess Wallace is taking the short sword.
All right.
Yeah, I would just want the shield. I don't want the sword.
No problem.
Yeah, thank you.
If I wasn't a dual wielder, I'd love to have the shield, but I looked into that extensively, and you cannot both have a shield in your offhand and a hand crossbow.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think the only shield you can use with a ranged weapon is a buckler, right?
I don't know that bucklers even exist in 5e.
Oh,
Yeah, bucklers
that's
aren't
true.
a thing in 5e.
All right, fair enough. Too many versions of this game.
Alright.
How come? Hang on. Custom ACs. Equip armor. Why can't you have the shield and the armor equipped? Oh, because you have Drow shield equipped. I see. No, that's not why. Something is preventing me from equipping a shield on your character sheet, Jin. And I don't know why.
What's equipped?
Oh, you do have to be proficient with shields. Does he have proficiency with it? Because I literally have like heavy armor, light armor, medium armor, shields as like a proficiency.
All right. Yeah, there you go.
Oh no, I do
I
not.
don't have shield proficiency.
So like that means I just can't use the shield. That's fine. I just...
You're not proficient in it, so you wouldn't gain its benefit. You can still hold it, but it doesn't increase your AC unless you have the shield proficiency.
Okay. Oh, well in that case,
Huh.
then I don't need it.
That was a thing.
It's interesting.
Are you still watching our old episodes, Jeff?
Scale mail and a scourge. I knew there was more, but
Scale mail?
she was wearing scale mail and had a scourge.
The second Drow had scale mail and a scourge, yes. Those were
Oh, I grabbed the ring.
armor and her
I
weapons.
grabbed the ring. I knew there was something. It's at 154.18, episode 53.
Okay.
There you go.
There you go.
So there's a ring.
It's her signet ring. Move on. Okay.
So are you also presenting the scourge and the ring?
All of the
Did they
above.
take the
please.
scourge? I didn't. I mean, I wouldn't have taken the scourge, but fair.
I don't think I took the scourge or the scale mail because it's. But I actually said I took the ring.
Okay. The ring she looks at. And she says, "Ah, this is in fact quite interesting." And she wiggity waggity boogity woos, and she says, "This ring is what we like to call a ring of spider climbing.
Ooh.
While you wear this,
we call it that? What do they call it?
we the people, not we, you and I. It's a black iron ring. You can see these silver inlays that look like spider webs. While you wear this ring, you should be able to move up, down, and across vertical surfaces and upside down along ceilings while leaving your hands free. You should be able to climb just as quick as you walk. But you can't do this on any slippery surfaces, like if it's covered in ice or oil."
Who covers a wall with oil? That's weird. Why would you do that?
It's just an example of a slippery surface.
That just seems so odd. Why would you come up with that? I don't understand.
If you were to wear this ring, would you need to all fours, or could you just walk perpendicular to the wall and then
while leaving your hands free is in the text.
hands free?
Yeah.
Oh my.
Oh boy, that would be great for somebody ranged.
Oh my what? Like, what do you? What? I don't understand.
What?
He said, "Oh my." I'm like, "Oh my what?" Oh your.
Oh my.
Alan? I don't understand.
So now you know what that is.
I'm thinking of all the practical jokes that I can play on you now, Wallace. An invisible hand reaches out to pet your head, and then you wheel around and there's no one there.
Well,
Always
they're
look up.
invisible.
Spider.
Whether you're on the floor or the ceiling.
But I'm spider climbing on the wall too, so like even if you wheeled around with a shield, it's like no, wrong direction.
I know.
All right.
Look up.
So we've identified our magic items. What's the plan
Look at
now,
what?
friends?
I'll say to my mom, I think we're gonna start heading out to the other big tree.
It's a long journey. Do make sure you're well prepared.
Yep, just gonna take a quick little flight.
Ah, I see.
Do we have access to any sort of potion or anything like that? Is there an apothecary of some sort in this tree?
Dalger, I believe, is the one you would ask about those things. And Rail would know that while he occasionally has tinctures and potions of certain types, it's not like there's a stockpile. It requires a lot of effort to create, given the ingredients found in the local area.
Yeah, I relay that information to the team.
Sure, would it be worth it to just see if he has any on hand in stock?
Sure, we could go check it out. I should probably say bye to him and stuff.
Alright, shall we then?
All
Everything
right.
helps, you know?
So you guys head on to Dalger's study. Upon arrival, you see Anubin and Dalger both present. Anubin reading a book of some kind.
Is it about beards?
God.
It is not about beards.
Are there any charges with this ring, or is it just like a constant ability?
It's just a thing that it's granted of the bearer.
So, from this point on, when we go from A to B, I am going any which way but the actual path.
Just walking along the bottom of the tree trunk underneath.
I'm the Goblin King,
because
right?
he can, yeah. You are Jareth.
Yeah. Sure.
It's a little off-putting from your companions, but you've done weirder
I just
things.
turned into an eagle.
You've done weirder things, I said.
Yeah. I mean, like the moment he starts walking off of an edge, you're like, "Wait, figures it." Oh.
Oh.
What? Wait, can we all do that? Is that a thing I can do? Hold on.
I think that's the thing you should try to do.
Wallace checks his new magical abilities the hard way.
Yes.
Wallace falls on the. Does Wallace suddenly learn fly?
Like,
he falls on the shield and breaks it.
Actually,
saves his fall.
Maybe slow fall.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
All right, that's That's gonna get some getting. That's gonna take some getting used to.
You do know Featherfall.
Are you getting lightheaded?
Yeah. The blood
That
rushing
is
to
a
your
good
head.
It's
question.
true. You are affected by gravity still.
I'm like, you getting lightheaded, Dad?
Could I
Fingers?
bend over and touch my hand underneath and then remove my feet so I'm still technically spider climbing and therefore right side up?
I don't know if that's how that works. That would be akin to you walking on your hands.
I have a 20 dex.
All right.
I'll roll. I'll roll for it.
Okay.
This is probably a bad idea. I feel.
What are you playing on?
You certainly can if you'd like to make an acrobatics check at a DC 12.
Oh, generous. But they can't even see what I'm doing because I'm under the platform. So
That's true.
before I roll an acrobatics check, I'm gonna roll a DC 1 wisdom check and decide this is not a good idea and come back up. It's just
That's fair.
it'd be different with an audience. I'm a bard, but there's just like a random sloth somewhere in the tree that's like, what?
The squirrels running around are like,
so
that's
all the while, Dalgar is like, "Can I help you?"
No, I mean you can. I mean that depends. Fingers, you're the other one. Look, I'm trying to wrap my head around this, just motioning the general direction of fingers.
It doesn't give me any web-like abilities. I can just crawl.
You say that like it's a perfectly normal thing that anybody would know how to do normally. Like this is not. I get you can transform into a spider. I understand.
Need I remind you, Wallace, that normal does not apply to this party anymore after the last several months and millennia of what we've been through.
Wallace just sits down and like takes.
Abnormal is normal for us.
He does have a point. You just
Case in point, I pull out my instrument, which is a steampunk electric steel banjo, instead of the original flute that I started with. Ding, 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 ding.
And I also have a
And
shotgun strapped to my back.
I just Mad Dog Wallace like, yeah, this is weird, isn't it?
yeah, real strange. We ain't people.
Wallace is just having a small existential crisis. It's fine.
I then take out a small scrap of soft cloth that I use for like cleaning arrowhead, crossbow bolts, and all that, and I kind of dab the top of Wallace. It's all right. We'll get through this. Just
Perspiring in my bald head.
like Krillin.
Dalgar the whole time just like, what the fuck?
Your friends are unique, Rail.
Thank you.
You know, I'm learning a lot from traveling with them.
That is as polite as he could have possibly put it.
I hope it is all good.
Yeah, I think they started off wanting to know if you had any potions available.
I see. I assume you're preparing for your journey. Word has gotten around.
Yep, we're gonna head out by the end of the day.
I had anticipated this. Unfortunately, my stores are limited, as you know, it is difficult, but I could part with a couple of options.
I mean, if it's gonna be, if it's gonna impact the safety of the village, then don't worry about it. I'm sure we'll be fine.
Oh, no. As you're well aware, my tinctures and potions are mostly of my own design and not something the scouts rely upon.
Yeah.
I do
Wait,
have an interesting...
Is this guy... Oh, wait, hold on. Is this all in Elven? Oh, wait, no, I speak Elven. Never mind.
Yeah, you've heard all this, Wallace.
Okay. I don't know. My ears perk up and I'm like, wait, is he gonna experiment on us? Is that what this is? I got enough experience with that.
Not experimentation, just some new creations. Obviously, I have a couple of potions of healing, which I am happy to part with. But in addition, I have something I like to call a potion of diminution.
That's a lot of repeating the same syllables for your own customized potion name.
I didn't customize the name, you see. It's just newly that I'm not trying to make this clear to you. I did not concoct this out of the ether. I just was able to acquire the recipe and finally craft it because I had the ingredients finally. Why are you not getting this?
Sorry, I deal mostly with other kinds of tinctures, if you will, that normally involve
He hands
fermented
Rail
rice.
He hands Rail 2 greater potions of healing and 1 potion of diminution.
Okay. I hand the potions of healing. Like I gesture to the party. Who wants these? I'm good.
I'll take one.
Okay. Here you go, and I'll give you each one. And I say, who wants the diminution potion?
What is diminution? Diminution.
It makes you smaller for a little while.
It basically casts the effect of enlarge reduce, but just the reduce part.
Yeah.
Do you retain your abilities and
it lasts for
you're only
1d4 hours.
So you go from medium to small, right? Just one size reduction?
Here, I will link I can't link the spell.
I'm trying to figure out a way to get
Yeah, just
Jin
link
to
enlarge
sit
reduce.
on my shoulders and cast Fireball, but not where it's hurting, because I only have an 8
that'd be
strength.
cool.
So
While hanging from the ceiling?
Target size is halved in all dimensions, and its weight is reduced to 1/8 of normal. Decreases size by 1 category, from medium to small, for example. You also have disadvantage on strength checks and strength saving throws during the time. And your attacks with your weapons deal 1d4 less damage.
Also fine. But magical attacks do not deal anything less.
Correct.
Perhaps that would be useful for me.
Does it make you harder to be hit by ranged weapons or anything?
No. The only effects are whatever effects being small instead of medium would be, which is that you can occupy the same space, you can gain half cover from smaller objects, you can ride a medium character, etc. You're very light, you can be thrown further.
I look at Jin and say, I've always wanted a pet Dragonborn.
That's a weird thing to say.
Especially with a friend.
For this group, good Sir Druid. On par for this group.
That's a weird thing to say to a fellow person.
I love Rail. I just love Rail.
You know, Rail, one of these days we're gonna have to regale you with the story of the Dragonborn Sex Club. That is not for today. That's for another day.
I don't know if that's a thing that I want to know about. You know, actually, maybe we don't do that one.
Oh, it is not with enthusiasm that I share this. Simply a context.
You could just not. And it seems like it would save us both a lot of time and energy and emotional investment.
At that point, I respect his wishes, but then I pull out my banjo and I start regaling everyone with kind of like the bard from The Witcher, and just Dragonborn Sex Club quietly in the background.
Just over that, I'm saying to the guy here. Anyways, so I'm gonna be going with them. So I'll be gone for a while, but I'm hoping that I'll be able to come back after I see them off on their way.
Very good. I wish you good journey and safe travels.
Hey, friend.
Not without being scarred with some information, though.
Well, I'll process that on my own time.
I'll take therapy for that later.
Yeah.
Did you give me the potion of diminution?
Yeah. I gave
Deuteronomy.
All of the
Deuteronomy. So Jin has the potion?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I gave each of them one of the greater healing potions, and Jin has the diminution potion.
Who has the 2 healers?
I
have one.
Not Wallace.
Leganor and Jin.
Yeah, I have one. Yeah.
What's the roll
I'm
on
basically several healing potions for Wallace. So
How much is a greater healing potion?
It's
2d6?
44 plus 4.
Oh,
That's solid.
I like.
Let
Is it
me,
in the,
Jin, let me
yeah.
add the potions to your sheet from the compendium.
Yeah, I was actually just gonna do that. Yeah.
Because then when you expand them, it'll give you that information.
I added Ring of Spider Climb because I looked it up. There is not a Ring of Spider Climb in the compendium.
What was it? Potion of greater healing?
Yeah,
Yep.
it doesn't have greater in the. So I'll do that.
Found diminution. There you go.
I already did that.
Oh, you already did that. All right. Oh, you're poking around my
Yeah,
sheet here.
I got you.
see.
I got you
Yeah.
under control.
I see. I see you poking around here.
Around my innards.
That's right. Getting under my skirt here.
So sorry, who has the short sword? Just out of curiosity.
Wallace.
Okay. Got it.
Those some nice bonuses.
Hmm.
All right, cool. So the plan is now what?
Light.
Yeah, well, we should probably say bye to the chief first.
Oh yeah, there's a reason I walked over here.
Ah, Wallace, welcome. Are you prepared for the journey ahead?
As prepared as we're gonna be, I think. We're pretty reliant on magic for the things that we do, so I think we're good.
Very good. As I suggested, your best bet would be to travel south out of the village through the streams to the main river, follow the coast westward, crossing the marshlands, then across the river to the west and through the great forest beyond.
I
Oh,
mean,
we were
our plan is to fly, actually.
Yeah, we're just gonna fly there.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Does does the DM annoyed at like all that stuff I prepared?
Well,
We're just gonna fly
Yeah.
over.
that's
Huh.
that's
Sounds
fine.
familiar.
That's fine, I suppose. Just, be
Yeah,
cautious. As you're aware, the skies outside of our valley are not exactly empty.
Yeah.
Dinosaurs?
Sorry, what?
It's like mom and dad always used to say. Once you become powerful enough, you just don't have to walk anywhere anymore.
It's one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite bedtime stories. When you're powerful enough, you don't walk anywhere. I'm sorry. Did you say that these skies are dangerous?
Well, it's not over the valley, as there's not a lot of beyond the birds that you see. But once you cross the river, things get a little more populous, as it were.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
I mean, we're not going to be in any more or less danger than we would be if we were crossing on foot, anyways.
I mean,
true.
Yeah,
Statistically,
sure. Let's go with that.
it'll be fine.
Statistically?
Statista, what now?
Numbers?
That's Steve saying, "Listen, we're getting encounters no matter how we go, but this cuts
Yeah.
our distance and time shorter."
Literally.
Oh, that was
We know
in
full well that
character.
DM's got combat. It's just a
Right.
matter of how many we need to get through.
Yeah.
That was purely in character. Like
I know Jim's gonna throw shit at us. I just made Jim have to design all sorts of new encounters to throw at us. I like to try to provide you with unique challenges.
No, I listen. I have said since day one in this campaign that you guys are to do whatever you're gonna do, and I will adapt.
Yep.
I do not want to railroad any of it, to the best of my ability.
Yes. No, it's challenging.
No puns
It
intended.
can be challenging at times. But
Yeah,
yes.
when you create a world the size of North America, it's hard to like, oh, what if they go here? I want to go to Santa Fe and ride the air balloons. But the campaign is to go to Disney World.
there is a certain amount of oh, what's that Jim Carrey movie where he's a TV show?
The Truman Show?
The Truman Show. There is a certain amount of Truman Show-ness to it of like, oh wait, they're gonna go there. We need a week to like prepare that part of the world.
But the coffee shop staff's already gone home.
I go and I confirm with the party. The rail speech bubble comes up and says, "Are you ready to go?" Like, yes, no.
Are you sure you're ready to enter disc 2?
Yeah.
I select yes.
This is only disc 1. You think disc 2 would have been going through a few times, but jeez.
We haven't even left Midgar yet.
I would say the first time travel was disc 2, and then the return trip was probably disc 3. But there's like 9 discs.
Yeah, so yeah.
That's too many discs. Even Final Fantasy IX was only 4 discs, man.
Like installing
This is an expensive PlayStation game.
Yeah, Final Fantasy IX didn't take 2 years to get halfway through.
Yeah, if Final Fantasy X was on the PS1, it would have been 9 discs.
Yeah, right. All right. So are we officially doing this?
Yes.
Yeah. For role-playing flourish, once we actually do it, I'm going to spider climb to the top of this tree above the chieftain, play Voodoo Child on the banjo, like Stevie Ray Vaughan, like, and then jump off, turn into an eagle mid-flight, and pick up Wallace with my talents.
With my
talents.
All right.
Ow! Wow.
Wallace,
they don't.
Wallace, make a dex save.
Please fail.
Okay, you don't take any damage from talons piercing through the slots in your armor. But you are lifted into the air. Rail, do you do anything cinematic, or are you just like a guy about it?
I turn into an eagle and I pick up Jin and start flying.
Very good.
I am disappointed.
All right, so I'm gonna move y'all's to here.
Yeah.
And then at some point when it's convenient, I'll
And I guess
drop
now,
Wallace, but then fly down to get underneath him.
I
'Cause I
guess
can.
now the plan is to just fly straight from here. Yeah.
Yeah.
As much as we can. Yep.
All right, cool.
Right over the hot lava. Just do it.
Oh, I was over here. Oh, what was?
That's
How did I ping? How do you ping and make you guys go to the ping?
Shift ping.
Yeah, shift thing.
I think it's that. Yeah.
That's where the lava is.
Yeah.
But you guys are over here.
And we can't go south because we didn't get the canoe. So.
No, right now we're no clipping. We're doing some. We're using
Build a
the,
TCL.
ID.
the,
What is it? ID no clip?
Yeah.
It's the
ID no clip,
the Dark Souls solid ground save state glitch. The solid ground glitch.
If you were to dash the entire distance without stopping at any moment, you could
We do have to stop once an hour for the recast of Polymorph.
Okay, that's good to know, because you're about 140 miles as the eagle flies away. So that's 10 hours of flight.
Yeah. So basically the amount that we can travel is in a day is relative to the number of spell slots that we have that can be allocated to a polymorph.
So let's do that math.
Do you both have access to polymorph?
Yes,
I
have
have
access to polymorph.
Jin, do you have it?
I believe I do. Hang on.
Yes, I distinctly remember making a comment about
Yes,
you can just
Yeah,
fix things with magic, and then like all 3 of you had polymorph.
Yes, I do.
I don't have
Wait,
polymorph.
Leganor has
but I have
polymorph too?
Well, when his other character
I have
did.
wild. Yeah, I have wild too.
What was it? I'm blanking on the dwarf's name now.
Jeff, you have polymorph as a bard?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
No,
Rail,
they've both turned into sharks.
I'm trying to remember, man. That was a while ago. And Rail, you have polymorph?
No, I have wild shape.
You have wild shape. Okay. But you wild shape into a giant eagle, which is fine.
Right.
How long does that last?
I'm pretty sure it's until I don't want to be an eagle anymore, but I will double
Yeah,
check.
polymorph can be as long as you want.
Oh, so
Wild
then
shape,
what
you
we
mean.
can do...
Or yeah, wild shape, yeah.
Can a giant eagle carry more than one person?
Yes.
Actually, no.
You can carry 2 people, depending
Oh,
on...
not needed though. So
Is
you
that-
would carry one.
Is that
We
true?
can fly pretty much indefinitely because Rail can carry one, and then Leganor and I can swap off polymorphing for, I guess,
Yeah,
Six
so
times
Rail
until we have the
carries
rest.
Either
Wallace.
way, the idea is that you guys can swap polymorphs and carry one person, and I carry the other person. We don't have to.
Yep,
I have-
exactly.
I have
Oh,
4
wait a minute.
slots that I can use for polymorph. 3 4s and a 5.
Okay. What have I?
Oh, I have 3 4s and 2 5s.
Okay.
So that's 9 total.
And I can stay in a beast shape equal for a number of hours equal to half my druid level. So
Oh, there you go. All right.
because I have dose wild shapes, I have 10 hours of eagle time.
Okay, so you have enough
Sweet,
eagle
so we
time
can-
to make the whole journey.
Yeah.
I need to see.
Do we have Long
if-
Strider at our disposal?
Can large beast carry 2 medium?
Wait. It really wouldn't be necessary. Because Rail could carry Wallace, and then Leganor and I could just swap off carrying each other.
But we have a
But
total
I
of 10
said a
hours.
thing, so now Jim needs to see if I'm right or not.
No. The wild shape is correct. I don't know about the mount. I thought large could carry 1 medium, medium could carry 1 small, small could carry 1 tiny. I didn't.
I mean,
know.
I just know from campaigns that I've been in where like giant eagle can carry 2 people.
Okay.
But that's my previous experience, not whatever your discretion is.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I think that's accurate.
But
Steve, do you have Long Strider on your druid?
I don't think so. I don't know what that is.
Okay.
It's a spell.
It's a spell that adds 10 feet of movement speed, and it lasts for a long time.
I mean,
So if
we're not doing any striding, so.
Well, it's just your
Well, that's-
speed increases by 10 feet, which I assume
Yeah.
includes fly speed.
Are
Yes.
you sure? Is that a thing I can cast on both of us?
Long Strider is not concentration. It just lasts
Correct.
an hour.
Uh,
And at higher
yeah.
levels, you can cast it on additional creatures.
So here's where I'm going with that. You
Okay.
said it was going to take how many hours to get there?
At dash speed, it would be 10 hours.
Okay, so that actually matters because Zach and I have 9 total
Mm-hmm.
spell slots
Oh,
between us.
I mean, I assume we wanted to like take a rest when we were close, so that you guys can get all your spell slots back.
Oh, that's a
So
good idea,
we'll
yeah.
fly almost all the way
This is
there.
an awesome
Well, we
conversation
could-
to have in the air as eagles.
We could fly,
we're
we could fly
above the
there,
table at
I
this
know,
point.
I'm joking.
fly 9 hours, and then stop for an hour. Or stop for 8,
We have
and
to
then we have
stop.
1 hour left of going.
We have to
of
stop
flying.
every hour, right?
We have to stop every hour for as long as it takes for one of them to recast something.
Yeah, we just
So-
fly up really high, and
So
then catch the other one
either
as
we
they
have
fall.
a chronometer, or there has to be some kind of all right.
we like when your concentration is about to end.
True.
So
So then it would make more sense for each of us to cast it on the other. Right?
it doesn't matter either way. It's literally like 6 in one, half dozen in the other.
So we're flying.
I think that's the plan.
So who's on whom and who's flying is what I need to know.
I think it would make sense for me to take first shift.
I'll tell you what.
Correct.
I'll carry Wallace, and you two figure out your shit. One of you guys can take turns being eagles for each other. One of you can bottom, one of you can top, and you can swap out.
In this case, the bottom would be a power bottom
Sure.
because they're flying.
Yeah, you're both switches. It's
Yin and yang over here.
Works
Yep.
perfectly.
So I would start because I have the.
It's funny that Rail is totally approved, but Steve is like, you're a top and you're a bottom.
yeah.
He's role playing. I love it.
That's my point. It's great. It's great.
Rail has a strange combination of like traditional elvish values and like having a parent who's like a 15th level adventurer. He's got like the druid sensibilities and connection to nature, but the wizard like bookish sarcasm.
So a large eagle could carry 480 pounds. So that's roughly the size of the two humans,
Yeah,
medium creatures.
We already established that 2 is
Oh.
correct.
I'm
We just
behind.
don't. We
I'm
just
behind
don't.
the
We could just do 1 and 1. So
We need
Cool.
to remember this math for 2 weeks from now.
Yes.
Yeah, both campaigns are just flying over content.
I mean, the content is what we're making.
It's
What we make it.
intercontinental.
Continental, I get it.
Nice.
So, after the first hour...
Do I get inspiration for that?
Nope. After the...
Just cackling over me.
No.
After the first
As an
hour...
eagle, though.
After the first hour, you're still in the jungle peaks. Though you've left the valley, you're flying above rocky mountainous terrain. And who's the first eagle?
That's me. I'm the first
Jin.
eagle.
Jin, you begin to sense that your eagleness is fading.
Can we do some sort of mid-air transfer?
That's up to you guys.
Let me just do a little investigation.
I mean, I could
Well, I would
see
think-
if like turns into an eagle, flies underneath you, you just revert back.
And
to
I would
So
exactly. Yep.
Yeah, polymorph is an action.
yeah,
you could
so you
just
could
put, like,
you could
minute.
mid barrel roll.
So you would
Yeah.
you'd be falling for a span of 6 seconds in theory.
I mean, if you really wanted to go like hour to hour, God forbid you overlap by like 30 seconds.
That's true. I mean, Jeff could just become an eagle at the same time, and then
Exactly.
you could
And
just
then I would land
de-transfer
on the back.
upon his back.
Yeah.
Doesn't
I
have to
would
be,
become
like,
an eagle and then fly underneath.
Like
Jin.
underneath.
Yeah,
And then
that's
And I
always
would-
that's always going to require an amount of dexterity. So doing that mid-air swap is going to require you to not fall off.
Yeah, so we could do that, or we could land for, a minute.
Also an option.
Okay.
I mean, you tell me what you want to do.
If there's a safe place
That's
to
up
land,
them. I'm just letting them work that out.
I would say then primarily I would find a safe place to land. That's preferably like edge of a cliff or top of a tree where there's unlikely to be an ambush waiting, and I would land there first. But if that is not an option, if there's too many, I don't know, if we're over water or something like that, then we would have to do a mid-air transfer.
If there's a village from Diablo 2 of all those little Act 3 fetishes, then you just do it in midair.
that scene from Moana. Those little things on the boat. Same idea.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Dark
Okay,
critters.
so again, after the first hour of travel, you're here-ish, and you sense the concentration is beginning to wear off.
So he's looking for a place to land.
You're looking for a place to land. You look down,
Yeah.
you see more sparse trees. It's not the dense jungle that surrounded the Mbakwas, but there are trees large enough to support you. As an eagle, you'd find it easy to land upon them.
I do so.
Rail, what's the flying order, is the question.
I think I'm largely leading, just because I have I assume that I have generally a better sense of direction. And then anytime I see whoever is my co-eagle start to descend, I would like pick up on that signal that they're doing the swap, so I would kind of fly down and do like a circle around them, just like keeping an eye out for anything that might be,
Cool.
I'd
scary
screech a warning.
and or like and if they ever decide to do their weird midair stunt stuff, then I'm like hanging out like underneath them to try to catch one in case something goes wrong.
Fair.
Nice, solid. Yeah, I do a screech to let you know that we're going down for a swap.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so you land in a treetop, no problem. You have a few seconds left on concentration still.
At this point, and say abracadabra, alakazam, hurry up, Jin. Let's stick to the plan. And I turn into an eagle.
Phenomenal. The
Fabulous.
Lycanor becomes a giant eagle.
I roll my eagle eyes and transform back into Jin
You drop
and
concentration.
climb on board.
Spell slots consumed. Climb aboard, no problem. And you guys are off again for the next hour, yes?
I
Yeah.
believe so.
Okay.
I
after...
I get to do should I do like a perception check to see if I see anything?
Yeah, you can do a perception check. You can perception check whenever you want.
I would
Meanwhile-
like to whenever we do the eagle swap, Operation Eagle Swap. I'm just gonna like do a little little check to make sure that everything is
Sure.
cool.
The benefit is that as an eagle, you should have, I believe, advantage on those checks.
I believe that is
Yes.
a correct thing. Kablamo, it's a 26.
Yeah, you didn't see anything dangerous that was
Hell
going
yeah.
to bother an eagle in the treetops.
Great.
So, after another hour of flying, you're in still similar kind of terrain. You're still in the mountain range. That would be, 13, 26. So you're like here-ish. Here, let me draw a better line that I can follow, just to make sure that I'm doing this correctly. We're going from here to here. Alright, and 26 miles. So you're kind of towards the edge of the mountain range, at the highest peaks of the westernmost peaks.
Mm-hmm.
As you travel west, the temperature is beginning to drop, and as you approach the river, the cloud cover begins to rush in more and more below you as you're flying. It's still decent visibility, but the mists are growing as you're now at the highest points of these peaks. As you roll off the valley to the west, the mist rolls in off of the river. Where you're landing is pretty clear, very similar terrain to what your first landing was, and Lycanor, you're able to also find a tree if you prefer, or you could land on the ground.
I'm gonna continue doing that until something happens, but I'm gonna go run and use the bathroom real quick.
Okay, just roll a perception check before you bounce.
Oh, sure. Yoink.
Cool.
A 24.
Lycanor?
All right, I'll be right back.
Yep.
Treetop.
Treetop, very good. So you land in the treetop, no problem. Jin, the eagle you're riding on is landed in a treetop.
Okay, I hop off, transform back into an eagle, and allow Lycanor to climb back on.
Onward, bird brain.
All right. So
I send a message spell to Buckles, wondering if he would like me to respond in common back to fingers.
Well, can I do that? That's really cool.
I mean, you're talking to me like in your head, I think, right? Message is like a
yeah, message should
silent
still work
thing.
mentally.
Sweet.
So we can still talk to each other. I can still talk to you with the message spell.
Uh-huh.
That's awesome. Okay, then, yeah, tell him I said, go eat a worm.
I think reply in a whisper that you can only hear. Does that mean that the person has to physically whisper, but then you hear it magically? Because if they have to physically whisper, then he's still limited by eagle speech.
But it's 120 feet.
Yeah, but you magically hear it because of the spell. I'm trying to just read the text. It says he hears the message and can reply in a whisper that only you can hear. That's ambiguous as to whether the mechanics of that is that they physically have to whisper the message and then you receive it, or if it's all mental.
Ah.
It's just an ambiguous rule, and for the sake of argument, I'm going to allow it, but I am going to investigate. I am going to investigate that later.
Okay. He says you should eat a worm there, Fingers. Maybe you can pick one up next time.
What?
You didn't know I could speak eagle?
You don't speak eagle.
I have a lot of skills. You don't know what else. You don't know what magical things I can do.
That's not one of them. And then I will whisper to Jin, hey, we're in this together here.
I say go eat a worm.
What?
I
had, I actually had to eat worms growing up. This is all in message, like, no matter how many times I have to cast it. I had to eat worms growing up, Jin. It was very uncomfortable. People said, look at that guy, he's eating fish bait. And that was my name on the streets of Kenoria. Fish bait.
Oh, did that dredge up some feelings?
Yes. It was all too real.
Meanwhile, I'm swearing under my breath an orc.
And then I curse at Wallace and Gnomish.
I caw.
All right, so
Cacophony.
after the third leg, you're now through the mountain range. The mist has thickened and fog has rolled up over the tree line. So are you, at this point, you would have to either fly through fog without visibility or fly over the fog.
Maybe as we get close to that, I'll motion to the rest of the party to maybe we land and try to figure that out.
Yeah, I think it makes sense. Can we fly an hour before? Just that way we don't waste the spell slot? Or?
Well, everything that I'm describing occurs at about that hour mark.
Yeah,
oh, perfect.
So
Okay.
before we take back off.
Excellent.
So you guys are here.
I would communicate with whoever is the eagle at the time that we might want to make the decision of going through the mist or over it.
Third leg is Jin, eagle.
So
yeah, I'm the current eagle.
I say that to you so that when you turn back, you can bring that up to the party, and I can stay in my wild shape.
I would prefer to go over if possible.
So what's happening? Are we landing?
No.
I thought that we were talking about this in between.
Okay, so you're talking about this
shifts.
on your. Oh, say so you did land before you go back to form. Is that what I'm hearing?
So I'm communicating when we land to do the eagle shift change.
So all right, let's backtrack a little bit. So we're landing. So as you're coming down, the fog is thickening. The mountain range has dissipated. It's now just kind of dense jungle, like it was surrounding the Mbakwa, but there's no longer mountains on all sides.
So as we land, I'm communicating to whoever is an eagle that we should decide. You collectively as a group decide whether or not we should go up and over and take longer, or just go straight through and keep the same amount of time.
Got it.
And I'm doing that so that when they are both back to humanoid form, they can have that conversation and make that decision, and I don't have to drop my wild shape because I only got 2 of those bad boys.
Got it. Okay, so you remain a giant eagle, I assume.
Yep, just kind of doing circles, keeping a perimeter.
Well, so circles would be difficult because if you're flying circles above the tree line, it's difficult to see the party.
Then I'll perch somewhere where I have both the party and the immediate area in
Perfect.
view.
So you're perched stationary on a limb above the group. The group, I assume, I don't want to make assumptions. Are you Are you landing in trees or on the forest floor?
In trees.
Okay.
I would land in a tree.
So you're all up in branches. Wallace is just
Yeah.
along for the ride. He hears a bunch of cree.
Wallace is just mesmerized by the fact that this is the third type of aerial transportation he's experienced in his lifetime. Between like Modron helicopter things and airships, and now like ferry taxi things, and now giant eagles, and I'm like, I've done a surprising amount of flying in my life now.
No, there were no pixies with Wallace.
No, I'm not talking about pixies. The Modron helicopter thing, and then there was an airship, and the like taxi thing, and now I'm on a flying eagle.
Yeah, you did say fairies, but that didn't exist.
Oh, I misspoke.
Yeah.
Eagle, I meant eagle.
No worries. Okay, cool. So,
Inception.
Leganor, you're turning into an eagle now?
Yes.
You guys having your conversation about how to travel as you continue west?
That depends.
So I thought he was having that.
Does the former eagle convey this information?
Well, Rail said that he was communicating with the eagle, which at the time
Yeah,
was
I say,
Jin's.
like, as I said, I will say it a third time. As we are landing, I say to whoever is currently an eagle,
Jin.
before whoever turns back into their humanoid form, that it would be worth it to discuss whether or not we want to go up and over the mist and take a little bit longer, but probably be safer, or just say fuck it and D&D adventure our way straight through the mists. I'm down to follow whatever the party wants, but don't want to like lose my wild shape because I still have a few hours of it.
My vote is to go up and over.
So, Zach, you need to communicate that to Jeff.
You should probably
No,
drop eagle form first.
You just talk about it when you're not an eagle. That's what Rail is hoping.
What is it, boy? Did Timmy fall down the well?
Well, can you use message so that way I don't waste the?
Well, you're
Well,
still you're at the end of your hour.
We're at the end and not
Yeah.
the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
and then I drop eagle. Yeah, perfect. Then I'm
Hey,
gonna
we
drop
got
eagle.
there.
I misunderstood
A
completely.
small amount of steam pours out of Rail's eagle ears.
Wallace?
I thought it was at
Mildly
the beginning.
concerned.
Well, the end is the beginning, so it's difficult.
Ah, time is a flat circle. So yeah, my vote now that I'm speaking as a
And you're just talking to Jeff
Bigger
about
one.
this.
yeah. So let me know. What do you think? I think we should maybe pop on over the top.
Yeah, better to see what's going on.
Oh,
Yes.
all right. Yeah, sure. I'm in your wings.
Okay.
Our lives
Rail-
are in your hands and you've got butterfingers?
Rail gives a vote, an affirmative nod, an eagle-based nod, and we begin our ascent above and around the top
Alright.
of the mist.
Rail and Wallace, climb. Leganor has yet to eaglefy himself.
Form of eagle.
I'm waiting for them
Alright, poof.
and then going.
Okay, more
I was
spell
trying to
slots.
see if there was another spell incantation.
Try to
I could
imagine
come
if
up with on the
Wallace's
fly.
stomach would be okay with all of this.
More
It's like,
more spell slots consumed, and you hop up over the fog. So below you is now just like cloud covered, like you'd see in a plane. And as
like
you,
a sea of clouds.
Yeah.
This is so weird.
Wallace,
This is so bizarre.
it's like flying over a big sheet of cotton.
But at the same time,
Um,
like, it's like, I mean, I guess it's also like being on a motorcycle without glasses and just being like, I can't actually see, but it's so pretty.
Yeah, it's bright. And
Just come on.
You guys were in a steampunk city for some amount of sessions. You didn't pick up some goggles. Come on.
they did not. And now it's been an amount of time, and you feel that your concentration is about to break.
Alright, are we on the other side of the mist yet?
No.
No.
Okay.
Oh,
It seems
Well.
to extend a distance ahead of you as well.
So I kind of knock down. I think it's time for our midair switch.
I will position myself and Wallace under them in case anything goes horrifically wrong.
I'll message to my mount. I got Featherfall. We got this.
Yeah, I reply and I say like, yeah, we should be fine. I should be able to catch them.
Okay, so Leganor is currently an eagle. Jin is currently a dragonborn. Describe in detail what this maneuver looks like, piece by piece.
All right. So the first thing that I will do is polymorph into an eagle. Then, so basically, just kind of jump up in the air. Now we're both eagles, and then I would fly underneath Leganor.
So you become an eagle.
Mm-hmm.
You hop off of his back and pick up your own speed. Maneuver yourself underneath him.
Mm-hmm.
That's all fine. And then?
I position myself underneath, but like slightly behind, so that I can account for the wind drag.
All right, so we've got
catching.
an eagle and an eagle and an eagle with a Wallace on it.
Yep.
All right. Okay, and then
Like an aerial refueling, but with
yeah.
It's like we're trying to reenact that, or more like reenact that scene from what is it, Air Force One?
Listen,
Harrison
Jim
Ford getting
wanted me
transported.
to come make your session interesting, and I feel like I've done nothing if not that.
You have one job, Steve.
I'm just here to make it weird. Like,
okay.
So I'm an eagle.
You're an eagle
I'm
currently. You're feeling like your eagleness is wearing thin.
Okay. So as it approaches 30 seconds out, I start. And then hope to God that I land on an eagle.
So you're just gonna keep flying in this formation until concentration wears off?
Well, like, so I'm the eagle on the top of the formation, right?
You're flying, and Jin is flying below you, and Rael is flying below
he's
the two of you.
he's now an eagle.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm an eagle below you.
Sometimes
It was my
Jin, I
turn.
feel like you're doing something else.
And are distracted.
I actually
Still
wrote the
scrubbing
spelling.
for more loot from last episode.
No, actually, I wrote out the spell incantation for the next time I transform into one.
All right, that's fair. As long as it's roleplay related. So anyway, I'm looking for what the next step is.
And we all took a turn in the last 2 minutes at mishearing what others were saying. Okay, so I will break concentration and try to land on my feathered friend.
Okay, you break concentration, immediately transforming back into your human form, fall a very small distance, landing upon the back of a eagle named Jin, and I will need you to make a dexterity save at a DC. Leganor needs to make a dex save to hold on.
Got it.
At a DC of 15.
Can I help him with that?
Can you help him with that?
The help action as an eagle.
As an eagle, yep.
Yeah, by like positioning correctly.
Yeah,
Sure.
trying to catch, swooping around.
Roll a second dex save, same DC, because you're now at advantage. Okay, so
it's going well.
as you dropped transformation mid-flight and flew a bit, losing all of your lift and loft. The positioning was difficult, and eagles are kind of smooth feathered animals. They don't have like horns and things you can grab onto. It's also the first time you've ever done this, so it was a new experience. You did bounce off of his back and skitter behind him. However, thanks to the forethought of Rael, he has an opportunity to catch you which will
We in
also be a dex save.
Is it
Which
a lower
I-
D-
which-
is it a
which-
lower DC because he bounced?
Which
And
I
now
will
is-
also try to help, because if he actually gets
It's-
close, I'll hold
it's
on
not-
to Rail with one hand and
It's
grab him
not
with
a
the other.
lower DC, but you do get help with Wallace since he's trying to grab on as well.
Okay, I was gonna say, Wallace, what's your dexterity?
Terrible?
Okay.
Sorry. Jeff's was a dex save because he was falling and landed. You guys would roll acrobatics.
Okay.
Well, so he's rolling acrobatics at advantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rail's rolling
Alright.
acrobatics at
Yeah,
advantage.
I have a +5 to acrobatics.
Cool.
So
I
Because
don't.
you're actively
Mine,
actively
so mine
catching.
wasn't acrobatics.
You know, yours was a dex
No.
save because it was like the
Falling.
effects of landing, whereas they're now actively trying to catch you as you fall through the air. So mechanically different.
yeah. You were falling. I'm doing a stunt.
Yeah.
Catching.
All right, let's see. A 20.
Ta-da!
Okay. Between you and Wallace, you're able to grab hold of your companion and keep him from skittering off into the mist below.
Yeah, I grab him in my talon.
Oh, there, fingers.
Yeah, I grab him in my talon, and then I kind of like fly over and just like deposit him onto Jin's back. Safely and carefully.
This is still a midair transfer, a maneuver you've never done before. You could
Let
just
me roll
carry,
acrobatics this time.
You could just carry him the whole way, but that's fine.
He does a flip so that it's an acrobatic.
Let
I mean,
me
I
roll
could just-
Well,
acrobatics.
yeah,
could just carry him, that's also-
you're no longer falling. You are attempting to, as already a humanoid at speed. Yeah, acrobatics is fine to.
So
to
you
transfer.
could do that, or I could.
There we go.
Perfect.
Sure.
Maneuver successful.
Do like a night elf hop and a flip in midair and land on the back of Jin.
Great.
All right.
Shenanigans achieved.
So,
And then I say to Jin in with message, I say, next time put on the air brakes when I fall.
And I say back, next time land on my back before you transfer.
We'll get there. We'll get there. Like we'll do it again, and now that
Just
you've
like-
done it before, it'll be easier.
As the wind's whipping past me, like, you could just grab your claws before you
it's-
chant or whatever's.
It was really
Uh-huh.
great that by cupping your mouth, it broke up the message through your microphone, which actually sounded like you were in a windy area.
Yeah, good
It
Foley
was
work.
really good Foley work. Okay,
Here, I'm here for the immersion.
so you guys have transformed. You're flying again, and you're unsure of your position. Presumably, you're somewhere over the river. But since you can't see anything below you, it's difficult. How high above the cloud line are you? Are you like way up high, or just enough that you have visibility, or like what's your plan?
Yeah, I would want to be a solid like 20-30 feet, like enough that if something were to come out of the mist, we'd have like time to react to it.
All right, so you're like 20.
If the point of moving higher and more carefully is to avoid the mist, then like we're avoiding the mist. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're avoiding it for visibility's sake, but you're not like miles above it.
Yeah.
That was really my question.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So you're skimming across the top of the mist above it so that you can still see forward. Obviously, it's thick below you. You can't see the land or water beneath.
Mhm.
30 or so minutes into this travel, I need the Eagles to make perception checks.
With advantage because we're eagles.
With
right?
advantage because you're Eagles.
27.
Boom.
Very perceptive.
Alright, yeah.
But wouldn't he have a different role because he's in the form of an eagle?
He should roll an advantage. Yeah, he's got to roll again.
And a different bonus, right?
Well, yeah,
Hey.
you would roll the Eagles perception check. That's correct.
Okay, well, I
But
don't
the-
have the eagles perception check.
The 20 is fine. You should have in your character sheets giant eagle polymorph.
Do I?
Or not on your character sheets, but like in the list of characters.
In characters, I just see me and Mbakwa notes.
There it is.
And now I see giant eagle bracket polymorph
Yeah.
close bracket.
So you
Look
can
at
use you can use that character sheet for any physical roles.
Sure.
So
And actually, it's
plus
just
4.
it's just the physical roles that it's just the physical stats that change. You would maintain your own.
I would assume
your own sight, which is wisdom. So actually, you still get the advantage because you have the eyes of an eagle, but it would be your wisdom score.
right. Okay. So yeah. So the 27 stands.
Yeah. Either way, both of you found it. No problem. Well, with that perception, above you in the mist, you see. Well, first I should bring you to this map here.
Ooh, we've seen a shadow.
Yes, you see a dark figure. Oh, these are on the wrong layer. Oh no, I'm ruining everything. Tell me you didn't see it.
I actually can't even find our characters. Where the hell are we?
I was way zoomed out, so I saw it.
All right.
Shift,
Oh,
move
there
us.
we go.
How do
Yeah,
I
I see
shift
it.
what?
Shift, ping.
Okay.
Also put the eagles at the back.
What?
Like move the eagles. Like if I put like I'm behind the eagle, but if you put the eagle
Oh, I see what you're saying.
like right click and say
Yeah,
like move to the
I
back.
did it. I did it.
Thanks. Thanks.
All right. I'm gonna leave Jin and Rail's character sheet on the screen just because it's there, but you're currently eagles at the moment.
Mhm.
Anyway, Rail, actually you both notice a dark shadow in the mist. Let me go layer.
Yep. That's why I was trying to fly above it.
Objects and tokens. You notice a dark shadow in the mist here. And another one here. Do you see those two marks?
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And the shadow is going from more faded to less faded as it apparently becomes climbing upward through the mists.
Okay. I'll eagle talk to my eagle Jin and kind of say like defensive formation.
Ah, fly wide. Fly wide. Evasive
Yeah.
maneuvers.
So do I see these shadows?
No, only the eagles see them. Stop moving, Jin.
Ah. Ah.
Yeah, I guess we'll try to take like a wide berth
Mhm.
as best we can.
All right. So you say wide berth. Where are you heading?
I'm
Left.
flying to,
Around.
I guess, port side.
Say that again, Rail.
Yeah, around to the left, kind of.
All right. So you both move like here-ish.
Mhm.
And
Yeah, we're just trying to.
when you get to that point, these shapes that you saw are now fully out of the clouds.
Oh boy.
I'm trying to get rid of these pink lines here. And from your current... Oop, damn it. From your current vantage, you see more shapes.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Okay. I say I think we should land so we can fight at full strength.
As you say that, the ones that have poked through the mist begin closing towards your direction, essentially by slowing or whatever's necessary in aerial maneuvers to approach you. And it is time to roll initiative.
Hmm. Which token do I select?
I guess you would roll initiative on your eagle, right? Because initiative is dex based, which is physical. Does that make sense, everybody?
Sure.
Where is the...
The turn order's not up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I was looking for.
Bad time to roll low initiative.
Eh.
Always whisper rolls. There we go. Alright, sorry. I gotta put the turn order on. If you guys can just hit those buttons again, because it's stupid.
Is there an initiative button on these guys? I don't think so.
Yeah, it's the
The-
little init dice roll next to the name.
Anyway,
Oh, sure.
This is that. I'm going to change your rolls back to their originals if you don't do it yourselves, please. So Wallace has a 5.
That was my original roll.
yeah,
Lenore
that works
has
for me.
11. Jin has a 1. And 12, 17. Alright, cool. Descending, and cool. Alright. Rail, it is your turn. You've got 2 misty, shadowy figures still not visible here. You've got 2 clearly visible. I don't know if you would...
Do I like recognize the
Yeah, I don't know if you
creatures?
would know what they are by name, but I can show you their tokens if Mike reminds me what that cool feature is.
Click on it and hold Shift Z, or hold Shift and click Z.
Okay.
They look like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Looks like a weaver to Steve. Can
Yeah.
I make like a nature check as Rail to
Sure.
see if I recognize them and or know anything about them?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a 13.
Yeah, 13. So from that, you would recognize them as draconic beasts, though they don't appear to be dragons, as you are aware of what dragons look like. They're
Yep.
clearly related to the dragon. And something in your memory reminds you that their tails are dangerous.
Right. Okay. Just making because Steve knows this.
Sure,
But,
I get that.
But just seeing if Rail
That's
also knows
that's what
this.
Rail knows. Rail knows they are draconic
Yeah.
and have danger tails.
Okay. I'm gonna start.
So, as opposed to DuckTales.
Correct.
Ooh.
I'm gonna.
Pretty much
I'm
what this
gonna,
campaign could be called, Danger Tales.
I'm gonna motion for
Heads or tails?
I'm gonna motion for Jin to follow me, and I'm gonna start diving down to head towards the ground. I'm gonna
Whoa!
move. I'm gonna move my regular movement, and then with my action, take a dodge action.
Okay, so you move 80 feet
Ah!
straight down or angled down?
Angled down, not like
Angled
not like
down.
trying to
All right.
not trying to like crash.
So move 40 feet in whatever direction towards the ground you're heading.
I'm not trying to yeet Wallace down at
Sure.
terminal velocity.
I get that. Yeah, so move yourself 40 feet in whatever direction you're doing that maneuver.
I just want to do it in a way that I'm kind of like away from all of the stuff.
Oh, spiral down to the south.
Yeah, so kind of like I was like here, so like a 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
Kind of there,
30,
kind of
35,
situation.
40,
Yeah.
something like that.
All right. As you motion yourself down and southerly, you now can do
Oh boy.
2 more of
Oh.
these things.
Oh, good. All right. I feel even more justified in my decision to take the dodge action, and hope that Jin follows my lead and does the same.
Oh, 100%. I'm diving when it's my turn.
Okay, let me get rid of this gross pink crap since you're now just aware of what I
Yeah, I
are.
figure it's probably better for us to land and be able to fight as a party of 4 than fight as a party of 2 with 2 flimsy eagles where things can go horrifically wrong.
Okay. Lycanor, you're up. You, in your position, still only see these 2 visibly and see these 2 as shadows because you haven't descended at all. You are currently unaware of the south and the southeast one.
Okay, so I can see this one.
You can see this one and this one as a shadow, and you can clearly see this one and this one above the cloud line.
Sorry, I was tough having to zoom out.
I'll just
Um,
the little pink
So
circles indicate shadowy.
Noon and
okay.
2 o'clock you can see. 10 o'clock and 8
Yeah.
o'clock are
10 and 8 are shadowed,
shadow.
and 6 and 4 you don't know about yet.
Yeah.
I got a few tricks up my sleeve, but it doesn't. Is from what I can see, Rail Eagle is already beneath my
Rail's
position,
eagle
right?
has spiraled down towards and into the mist. So he's obscured. You can see where he is, but he's shadowy like the 2 to your left are.
Question: if I spoke to Jin in common, would he be able to understand me?
Yeah, he can understand common. He just can't speak it back.
So there's a spell I want to use, but I need to go through the mechanics. Okay. So Rail is beneath me in the Z direction,
Yes.
probably not looking back, as with Wallace, right?
It's hard for you to know that because of the mist obscuring.
Then I'm going to shout as loud as I possibly can. Close your eyes while I cast this spell, everyone. And then I'm going to cast Hypnotic Pattern. I guess there. And pray to God that Jin understood me and he's closing his eyes.
Just draw a 30-foot square, so 6 by 6, and you have a range of 120 feet on it. So.
Oh, that's right. It's a 30-foot cube.
Creatures have
Okay.
to be in the area that you target.
Yeah.
They have to be in the area?
Yeah, they're a bit
No, it says
spread
each
out.
creature in the.
Yeah.
Oh, they have to be in the cube.
Yes.
Yes.
I thought they just had to see it. Then I would like to not do that. Then I thought it was a simple. That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, give it a turn. Give it a turn for them all to converge, and then Hypnotic Pattern might.
Yeah. How close is the nearest? So I can see this one.
The 2 with the pink
8
circles
o'clock?
are shadowy. So you I guess could assume that it's the same as these, but technically you don't see that.
I would recommend the dodge action.
Yeah, there's nothing else I can do besides attack. I was gonna do Vicious Mockery to maybe lessen, but yeah, I'll just feel inspired and take the dodge action.
I would say that though you can't identify them, their shadows would give you a target that you could cast a spell or fire an arrow at.
Does dodge give you
Disadvantage on attacks
against everything?
Yep. Well,
and
they
that's
all
not
have disadvantage on attacks against you.
and dodge.
Disadvantage
by
on
far.
physical attacks against you.
Vicious Mockery on 1 is way worse than dodge against all. Okay, dodge.
Significantly, yes.
All right, cool. With that, the wyverns. Let me just read on dodge exactly. No, that's fine. whatever. The draconic things that I just told you are wyverns.
Yes.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I called them
We kinda-
wyverns.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, we kind of. I think we all know.
you the players are sure that they're wyverns. You the characters are not so much.
Are scared of the flying lizards.
Yeah, these are different kinds of flying lizards.
Mm.
Or these are winged lizards before you had flightless wingless
Flightless,
dragons.
right. Not these. These are these are flying lizards.
All right. Anyway. Bum, 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 bum. Boo, boo, ba, dee, ba, dee, boo, boo. This one is gonna come to yeah, and this one is gonna come to yeah, and from this position, it is going to attempt
Does
to
that include its vertical distance?
fair. As they are descending towards you, they would be here. Thank you, Mike, for keeping me in physics check.
Trigonometry.
Let me reposition that correctly. So it was here, but I gotta come back.
I mean, I don't know how the heck you do a 3D battle in these situations, but it's where we are.
I'm just treating everything as like 45s.
Fair.
So if it was here, I gotta go back 40 to there. If that gets there. But it was already below, so that was actually a direct, as is this.
Yay.
No, that's here. Sorry. Because that's below you. These are able to get there. And this one's able to get there. And that's where we're at. Okay. So the wyverns have closed some distance. The ones that were above the cloud line are lagging behind a bit because you dove. The two that were already below the cloud line were able to beeline towards you, and we're going to get some attacks in. The first one swings at Rail with a bite. What's your AC?
As a giant eagle, it is a hefty 13.
All right. Because you've dodged, it misses. It then pokes at you with its tail, connecting, even at disadvantage, for 10 piercing and 24 poison damage. Oh, excuse me. I need you to make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy.
My
We
apologies.
might be turning into not a 9.
Yeah. So you take the 24 poison damage.
Yeah, so I become a rail again.
Okay.
Oh, fun.
As Rail, the second wyvern, was going to attack you, but because you became an eagle, it's going to have disadvantage on the. Oh, it already has a disadvantage if you were dodging. So I tried to help you out. But it is going to swing at you as well with a bite, connecting for 12 piercing damage.
It still has disadvantage.
Yes.
And what is the attack roll?
A
Because
23.
my armor class has changed.
It's a 23.
With disadvantage?
Yeah.
Jeez.
It rolled a 23-26.
Alright. Sure.
Be that way.
Sorry, I don't make up the dice rolls. And then it's right against So
How much
that
was
was
it?
12 piercing.
Okay.
And then it tries to swipe at you with its claws, but misses.
Okay.
Over on the other eagle, the first one is going to bite at Leganor, connecting for 12 piercing damage.
You rolling these?
Even with the dodge.
Even with the dodge.
So I
Did
take
12?
6.
I guess, yeah, I don't know why I'm whispering rolls. There's no reason for it to be a mystery. Let me fix that.
You always whisper your rolls.
I
Just the
know.
thing you do.
I don't know why I do it, and now that I think about it out loud, there's no reason to.
Got to keep the fudge potential alive.
I guess that's true. I always have the option to be like, I mean, it didn't hit you.
Yeah.
Try to save your lives with. Anyway, so the bite hits. It then swings at you with its tail, but apparently misses. The second wyvern is going to also bite at you, missing and clawing at you successfully for 17 slashing damage. Which I believe,
Takes you
pops
out.
you out of polymorph, correct?
What?
Yep.
Wait, that attacked me
Yes,
or
it does.
Jen?
Whoever was the eagle.
Me.
Oh, so I'm sorry. I thought I took that damage.
No, I took like 29 damage in that one turn,
Yep.
Yeah.
and now I'm
Which means 3
now I'm
damage
just
carried over to
falling.
you.
So yeah, 3 carried over to you, and you are back to being a dragonborn.
Oh, 3 carried over to me. Oh, okay. I forgot about that. Eat those points
Currently descending.
rapidly.
Wallace, you're falling through the air.
Wait, but as as I morph back, I do say, Wallace, stab it with your steely knives. Get it, sir? Eagle.
We cut to Wallace. Here's.
Yeah, that.
I'm gonna try to, like, I mean, I imagine I'm like just flailing wildly, but I'm gonna try to stick my arms out. Not that I don't know if Wall would even know to think to do this, to like guide myself a bit and try to move. Actually,
How
no,
far
I'm
up
gonna
are
try
we?
to, I don't know, try to move to like here to get to the center of my friends. With the intent of casting Featherfall as we get closer to the bottom, but not yet.
So, all right, we need to
I'm hoping
determine.
the falling makes it harder for us to
I
get.
need to determine how far you fall in 6 seconds.
I mean, gravity's a thing.
Is gravity the same?
Yeah, it
Or
needs to do
Yeah.
that quick math.
9.81 meters per second?
32 times.
According
Well,
to
that
the
was-
rules, a creature falls 100 squares in the first 6-second round. 500 feet in 6 seconds.
That's
Well,
Yeah.
you're accelerating.
576
velocity,
feet
isn't
is
it?
how far you fall in Earth gravity with no air resistance in 6 seconds. So 500 feet.
holy cow.
Wow.
That's
Okay.
You're in
That's-
free fall.
far.
I just didn't
Yeah,
expect that
wow.
number to be so high because, like, rounds of combat are so quick that
Yeah.
I expect it to be less time. But no, you're all right.
Which is
Wow.
good because we're falling faster than they can catch us.
That's crazy
That
to
is
me
just
that
true.
I mean,
as a bird
I mean,
you can only fly 80 feet, but you can fall 500.
from the way Jim is making it sounds like we're hitting the ground in 6 seconds.
No,
And then-
no, you're higher than that.
And thus the campaign came to an end.
Well,
We all
A-
fucking carpet across the jungle floor.
You all take 500 d6 worth of.
A, you're higher than that, and B,
Yes.
if you were following along on the world map, you're in the middle of the river.
Yeah, but hitting a river at 532 times that speed is basically like hitting a pavement floor.
It's still
Yeah.
not good.
I'm just saying, it's not exactly the same. So anyway,
I mean,
Wallace.
we're falling at 100 by the end of 6 feet. We basically hit terminal. We almost hit terminal velocity.
All right, Wallace falls, assuming he's falling for the whole duration of his turn.
Yeah. No, my plan is. I mean, I'm assuming we're all falling relatively like near each other. It's not like I fall 500 feet
No, it
and then
doesn't
I stop.
happen. Yes, you're all
And then,
falling
like,
together.
So, like,
It all happens simultaneously. But you definitely fall out
wow.
of the range of the wyverns.
Right, so I'll just cast, as we get closer to what I think is close to the ground, I will cast Featherfall on all of us.
Very good. At this
Ah,
point,
lovely.
you're still well in the air, surrounded
Okay,
by
not yet.
mist.
Oh wow, what a useful spell.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're still
for sure.
Oh, I took this level of sorcerer for flavor.
yeah, you're still well in the air, surrounded by mist, out of the reach of the wyverns at the moment. Jin, you are also now currently falling through the air. You, Jin, have no idea that Wallace knows Featherfall.
At this point, I have accepted my fate.
Guess I'll die.
Yeah.
That's great.
Dragonborn really wishes he had wings right now.
Wait, hold.
Oh, he's thinking about it.
I cannot see the ground, correct?
At the moment,
Correct.
no. And while falling halfway down, because you're still in the middle of your turn, still no.
Mm. Well,
Weren't we over
So,
the river for this?
do
or
I
are we still-
carry?
We don't
Would I
know. We're over the
carry?
mist.
Would I carry momentum through a dimension door?
Speedy thing go in, speedy thing come out.
I
Okay.
don't know. Also, just so you're aware, you can cast a spell while you're falling.
You can or cannot?
You can.
Yeah, I know. That's fair. But I'm more wondering
Let me see.
if
Dimension Door,
this
carry
momentum is
velocity. Let's
conserved.
read. Does Dimension Door carry velocity? Or, how our bard killed a beholder with his head? Because Dimension Door is a door you step through / fall through, that it does and will carry momentum over, which my players agreed with. This DM said yes, and if it's on Reddit, it must be true.
Fair enough. Okay, so then that's not going to help me at all. It'll just quicken my demise. I use prestidigitation to clean my pants.
to unshit my pants.
To unshit my pants.
You have unshat yourself.
Very good. You have, in fact, cleaned your trousers. And you are now also roughly 500 feet lower than you were, out of the reach of wyverns, and you see Wallace, kind of near you. You flailed a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Rail, you are currently falling through the sky.
So I am, Jim. So I am. Rail says to no one.
You also have no idea that Wallace knows how to cast Featherfall. As far as you know, he's just a big sword and board guy.
Right. Well, that does leave me in a bit of a predicament then, doesn't it? I think I want to. Okay, so I was actually flying. Do I have an idea of how far up we are?
How far up you are?
Yes. Like how far above the ground we are flying, like cuz I was the one who like led us over the mist.
Oh yeah. So in order to ascend from your last landing to get up over the mist and maintain it, you're like maybe half a mile in the air.
Okay. So there's like another round before we hit the ground.
There presumably are several rounds before you hit the surface of wherever you're falling.
Well, let's see.
Half a mile is like 2,600 feet. And you're falling 500 around.
Okay. Then Yeah, I'm going to just as I'm falling, I'm gonna just take the dodge action because in case they try to like dive after us or something.
Okay. Are you maneuvering yourself in any direction?
Yeah, I mean I'll try to maneuver myself to stay kind of as close as I can to Wallace,
Okay, I can put you here.
and I don't know if I see him like casting Featherfall or something.
Not at the moment, you don't.
Okay.
Anything else?
I try to talk to Wallace.
I mean, you're basically you fell the same distance. You're within 5 feet of each other. You could probably shout to him, and he could hear you.
All right, then allow me to just do some Foley work here. What are we gonna do?
I got this. We're fine. I can stay still until we get near the bomb.
Perfect.
All right, I heard I got this, and so I trust you. I'm just gonna make sure they don't murder me. Hopefully.
All right.
Keep your turntables up, and the
Fun
heat
fact,
packs in the
terminal
upright and lock
velocity.
position.
Terminal velocity is 216 feet per second.
Okay, so we're much past that point.
So in the next round, you're gonna
We
fall
travel 1,300. We travel almost
1,300
1,300 feet in a
feet.
second.
So you got 2 more rounds. Well, one and then some.
Yeah.
Very good. Leganor, you are currently plummeting to Earth.
You are plummeting to the Emrae.
Yeah, to the Emrae.
How close am I to all my friends? Can I see them?
Well, again, you're all falling simultaneously, so while we did Jin's turn already, technically you're falling with him, so you're 5 feet from him, and your
And
friends are 10,
can
15
we
feet away.
Oh, yes, this is gonna work. So they're within. Okay, can I for part of my turn? Can I use move speed to go from say falling straight down on that square to this
Yeah,
one?
10 feet in. Sure.
Can I? Okay, this is gonna work.
Like to animate 10 rocks.
No, Steve, it's better than that. I'm going to cast Polymorph on myself and turn into a giant octopus, and I'm going to reach out to all my friends and pull us all together into one blob. My reach as a giant. I just looked it up. My reach as a giant octopus is 15 feet.
Yeah, hang on. I just want to. So you guys are flying. You get surrounded by wyverns, attacked, take a bunch of damage, poof into humans, and are all now falling. Ah! And Leganor kind of flies his way into the center of you, erupts into the Kraken, and is now.
And he yells. As we all know, the bardic incantation for this maneuver. I am Groot.
He erupts into a giant octopus. Oh my goodness, I love this game. And is now holding on to all of his friends, unless they're resisting.
I'm holding them in such a way that if I were to say revert out of this form on my next turn, all of them would be within my normal 5-foot touch range.
Yeah, you're bringing them all directly into you. I understand.
Well, okay.
Technically, which is the best.
I don't think I have enough time for my brain to wrap around what is happening.
Literally.
Your brain doesn't need to wrap around us, just legging tentacles.
Technically, you're all being grappled unless you're resisting it.
No, I'm not resisting it. But that means that my movement speed is 0, and we stop in midair.
We all turn into immovable rods.
Your movement speed relative to the giant octopus is now 0, yes.
Oh, very good, yes.
We can feather fall the octopus. It'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
Awesome. So that all happened. It's now 11 o'clock. I know that Steve kind of wanted to dip, and I'm sure there's more time to be had here. So why don't we go ahead and pause
I don't
here?
know. I think the like, you know, 7 weaver and octopus eagle combat is actually gonna wrap up pretty quick.
Yeah.
Surely.
I'm like, I want to call it a cliffhanger, but there's got to be some clever pun in this situation that's like, it's a tentacle hanger? Like, I don't what.
Let's just
It's a
say,
Or the pod hanger?
It's a mist
let's just
hanger.
say, pausing a combat midway through really sucks.
Hey,
Can we go?
it's okay. We'll have a week to get a good grasp on the situation.
Ah!
Yeah.
Okay, it's your turn.
That was suffocating.
Ah!
Alright, so we're calling it a night? I
Yeah,
take it?
we're gonna call it
Yeah.
even here.
What's a pirate's favorite letter?
You'd think it's R, but 'tis actually
But
the
it's a
C.
C.
His first love is the sea. Anyway, it has been a pleasure playing with you all. Ed stopped in a little while, was wondering why the bard wasn't seducing the druid's mom, because apparently in his mind all bards seduce everyone everywhere, because he only knows of D&D through Reddit.
Right.
I mean, by that logic, he's also tried to seduce the leaf, the tree limb, the cloud, the bed he
Yep,
slept in,
as
his
a
breakfast.
as a self-pronounced bard main. Yep, that's all we do.
Just
We
seduce.
we just
everything.
fuck everything.
We're just whores.
Yep.
Whores, a lot of
That's
us.
that's not a weird, creepy, harmful stereotype or anything.
No, not at all.
Oh man.
You see a keyhole, and I wink.
Oh man. Anyway, it's been a pleasure. We'll see you all probably next week. I can't imagine why not. And
Yes.
we'll be back here. So whether it's Tuesday or Thursday is yet to be determined, but we will be in Emrae next week.
Night, Internet.
Good night, the internet.
Bye.